morning from JOI Kids. My name is Your Joy, and in today's top story, kids all over the world have been reported to be disobeying their parents by refusing to do their chores, back-talking, and quite frankly, causing quite a ruckus. We have I'm a Joy reporting live on the scene now. I'm a Joy, can you hear me?
Yes, You're a Joy. You are loud and clear.
Can you share what is happening at the scene there?
You're a Joy, it's indescribable. Just unbelievable. Complete chaos. No, I'm standing here inside of the Blackaby home. Their names have been changed to protect their privacy, of course.
Of course. So what is the overall atmosphere like there?
It's absolutely crazy here. The kids have definitely driven their parents up a wall.
I've never seen anything quite like that before.
It gets worse. Words just cannot describe it. Let's watch firsthand. It's time to get up.
It's too early.
No, it's afternoon. You need to get up. You're not going to waste the entire day in bed. Now get up.
Your mother asked you to help with the dishes.
Why?
Because she has other things that needs to get done tonight too.
I'm busy. She can do the dishes.
No, you need to go in and help with them.
Fine.
You don't need your phone to do dishes. Did you feed the dog?
I can't hear you.
Did you feed the dog?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
I guess. I'm watching a movie, okay?
Go feed the dog now.
I need you to take out the trash.
It doesn't need taken out.
Trash pickup is tomorrow.
So what? I'll get it in a minute.
Get off that game and take out the trash.
Take out stupid trash for. Nobody else takes out the trash. All I ever do around here is it's stupid. I'm a Joy. I would have never believed it if I hadn't seen it for myself. There must be a solution to this madness.
You're a Joy. Rumor has it researchers are close to a breakthrough and will soon be rolling out the Exodus 2012 project for the parents.
Any word of a release date?
It's speculated it could be released as soon as God speaks the commandment to Moses.
I know parents will be relieved.
Absolutely. What a day it will be. Now back to you, You're a Joy.
Thanks for joining us on the scene today, I'm a Joy. That's all for today. I'm You're a Joy, and from all of us at JOI Kids, have a great afternoon. Welcome back to Kidz Biz. Today's topic, obey.
First, let's define exactly what obey means. Let's ask Dr. Webb E. Sir.
That's Wexler, by the way. Anyway, to obey means to do what another person in authority, like your parents, asks you to do.
Thank you, Dr. Webb E. Sir.
That's Wexler.
That means that when your parents ask you to pick up your toys, you need to pick up your toys.
And also with that, it means when your parents ask you to pick up your toys, you do it the first time that they ask, not 10 or 20 times later.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that your parents ask you to do things that seem strange to you? Maybe you think, why can't they just take out the trash themselves? Or you think what they are asking is too hard or too inconvenient, so you choose not to do it. Since we've been home together all day, every day, during this time, what are some things you're being asked to do right now? Schoolwork? Cleaning your room? Maybe you've been asked to be quiet while your brother or sister is napping, or even your parents are resting. Perhaps you've been asked to help your siblings with something, or you've even been asked to leave them alone. There's probably even been some chores you've been asked to do as well, like cleaning your room, taking out the trash, doing the dishes, even feeding a pet. Truly think about your reactions when your parents ask you to do something. Do you always obey their requests? And if you do, is it the first time they asked? Or do your parents have to keep asking? Whatever it is your parents ask you to do, if you refuse to listen or disobey their request, not only are you dishonoring your parents, but you are also dishonoring God.
Ouch. That's painful in my heart.
It sure is. I mean, who wants to dishonor God? I know I sure don't want to.
Me either. But God does command us to honor our parents. It was one of the laws that he spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai, known as the Ten Commandments. In fact, you'll find that exact commandment in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 12. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you.
But what is fascinating is that God doesn't stop there. Through Paul's letters to the churches, God also commands that we honor our parents in 2 other scriptures. Let's take a look.
Paul writes in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 1 through 3, Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth.
Didn't we just hear that in Exodus?
Some things God says are worth repeating.
Definitely.
Also, in Colossians chapter 3, verse 20, it says, Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord.
Both of those are commands God expects of us. But with these, God tells us not only does it please him when we obey, but by obeying comes the promise of enjoying long life on earth.
Those are noteworthy truths. I mean, think about it. When we don't obey our parents and they become upset and frustrated, are those parents or children enjoying life at that moment?
Absolutely not. Both sides are usually pretty miserable. There can be a lot of crying, stomping, attitudes, and just downright madness all around.
Now let's take a look at the first of God's children, Adam and Eve. God was their father, and he gave them an important request. Instructions that if they followed and obeyed, they would live a long and prosperous life in a beautiful garden. And we see those instructions in Genesis chapter 2, verses 15 to 17. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die. However, they were easily tempted and led astray by the serpent in chapter 3, which caused them to disobey God's instruction. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, Did God really say, You must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. You will not surely die, the serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Instead of doing what God asked them to, they disobeyed his instructions. This was displeasing to God, and he was disappointed with his children.
This is just like how your parents are disappointed when you disobey them, which leaves you missing out on some great things, not only from your parents when you disobey them. For example, maybe getting ice cream after doing your chores, but also the blessings from God. Speaking of kids obeying their parents, is it almost time for the news today?
Yes, it is that time. Thanks for the reminder. Let's see what's going on.
I heard there was a follow-up story about that Quackabee home.
Let's find out. Welcome back to JOY Kids for an update on a previous story. What was once a house full of ruckus is now calm thanks to the implementation of the Exodus 2012 project. Ima Joy is once again live at the scene to give us this report. Ima Joy, are you there?
Yes, Sierra Joy. I am once again standing here at the Quackabee home, and the scene is quite different than previously reported. While still indescribable and somewhat unbelievable, it's not really surprising that the Exodus 2012 project had this kind of effect. Just take a look for yourself. It's time to get up.
Okay. You need to go help Mom with the dishes.
Okay, no problem. I need you to take out the trash.
Okay, let me save this real quick. Did you feed the dog?
What did you say?
Did you feed the dog?
Yes, I did before I started my movie.
Okay. That's incredible. The Exodus 2012 project certainly seems to be a success. That's all for today. I'm Ura Joy, and from all of us at JOY Kids, have a great afternoon. Even when your parents' requests seem weird or difficult, remember this. God will also ask you to do things that seem weird and difficult. It isn't easy to always obey, and in fact, sometimes it's extremely hard.
Yes, it is.
We all have trouble from time to time obeying instructions, and even some of the greatest leaders in the Bible and some of the greatest leaders today find it difficult. But remember, there is a reason and purpose to your parents' instructions and God's commands. When you put God first in your life, He will give you the power to obey. So don't be stubborn, get rid of those attitudes, and be quick to obey both your parents and God. Trust in Him, and He promises it will be worth it. Heavenly Father, thank you for your word today. Help us to listen and obey you and our parents, even when it's hard. Give us good attitudes as we do things that we are asked to do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you for joining us. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.